Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever unboxing video. So this one is basically obligatory and in a way kind of gratuitous because let's face it, it's just me showing off a little bit. So I'm really excited to say that February, for those of you who don't know, is my cake month, and essentially all I asked for was new computer parts. It has been about 8 years essentially since I have upgraded my computer, and in doing all the videos and streaming and all that kind of stuff, it just really takes a toll and my machine is not great for it. So I went and I wanted to go ahead and upgrade absolutely everything. So you can see all of my various stuff. Woo, it's all laid out here. There's stuff all the way in the back piled up that you can't really see too well. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my unboxing for everything, and in part this is going to be for me to look for damage too, because these boxes literally have not been opened. Some of them look like they may have been damaged during shipping though, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I'm really excited to show you guys the new rig, and you might not recognize this room, much less the table that's in it, but essentially this is the same room that I use for all of my various board game recordings. It's just on the other side. And so this is going to essentially become like my studio. It used to be like a playroom. For those of you who have seen my some of my board game behind the scenes videos, if you're a patron, then or if you support me on Patreon rather, then you would have seen at least part of this stuff, and how there were boxes and all sorts of stuff all over the place. But now it's all nice and cleaned up and ready to go, and I'm super excited to show you guys some of the stuff. So we'll start with this big box on the bottom. I know you can't see it right now, but it's this guy right here. So this is the one that I was waiting for the longest, and I was really upset because it wasn't delivered when it was supposed to. But this is my case, and unfortunately the box actually opened during shipping. But I got the H500 NZXT mid-tower case, so that at the very least will tell you a little bit more about what's coming up. But you can see I got the black and white, so it's the black interior with the white trim around it. I'm really excited for this cape. It's got it's got a lot of great cable management stuff to it, USB 3.0 on the front, but not too much. Really just classy, sleek looking case. I'm really excited to get it all set up. And incidentally, I'm not planning on doing a setup video for you, so don't worry about that. And even though I'm not doing it, don't worry, I'm not the Verge either. I do actually know how to do it. So I'm excited for that. So let's go to these two. These two are actually the same thing, or they should be the same thing. Like I mentioned, I haven't actually opened these yet, so I really don't know. But they should be identical. So these should both be my monitors. So I got dual monitors because I haven't had dual monitors in a long time, at least not at my house. And we got the VG245 or VG245 from Asus. So it's a solid gaming monitor. This has HDMI and VGA, if I'm not mistaken. It also has speakers. I don't really need the speakers, but the HDMI is what I'm obviously most interested in. So I'm excited for those. They've got good refresh rates. Again, not perfect. None of the stuff that I got here is top of the line, I will say that. It is far better than what I've got already though. And that's most of what I was attempting to do for this build. So in part, one of the biggest issues that I have is since I run my channel and I do all these videos, not to mention the streaming and everything, I needed to have a lot more like processing power and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention having dual monitors is nice when I'm editing videos and need images and stuff like that. So you can see on this box the bottom was damaged, or maybe you can't see it too well, but it is there. But like I said, this should be another of the same thing. It should be another one of those monitors. But the idea that I'm going for is going to be having like a one up, one horizontal type of thing, or a one vertical, one horizontal type of thing. And I've also got some other new equipment that's not in here as well, but that you might see later. So there you go. Another VG245 24-inch sweet LED monitor. So there's two of those. And I'm going to be testing everything out later today and all that good stuff. Just make sure that it all works. Not to mention assembling it. Alright. So now we get into some of the other cool stuff. So all of the rest of this stuff, this is all my cables and of course all the key components. You may notice that there's a couple of new egg boxes here. Behind that there's some other cool stuff that I've gotten as well. So I'm just so excited to see all of it. Open this up. This box is actually probably the least interesting for you guys for the purpose of an unboxing video, but I really like it. Look, I have liquids. I have A and B. You guys probably don't know what this is. This is actually for my fish tank, so don't worry about it. But this is my calcium and alkalinity balance solution that I'm almost out of, so I needed to get more. Right? And then we also have DisplayPort to HDMI cables for my monitors. Very exciting. Moving right along. Next up, this guy. I honestly don't remember what some of these are because I ordered a lot of stuff and I got a lot of stuff, rather. Let's see here. Okay, this is just straight up HDMI cable. One of the nice things is that this room is big enough that I'll be able to move my Vive in here as well. Once I clean it up a little bit, there's still a bunch of stuff on the floor, like a bunch of board games and whatnot. But once I clean it all up, then it'll be good to use the Vive in, which is super awesome. Oh, so this is my, I got a jump drive. I got a USB drive because I wasn't sure if I would be able to move my operating system or get my operating system in an ISO. I also got thermal compound for my processor. Not super necessary for anybody who builds, you probably know that, but I like to have the extra conductivity for my thing in case I ever want to overclock. All right, next up, yes, the HD60 Pro. So this is a, I'm really excited to try this because I've been trying for months, almost a year at this point. I really love streaming from like my mini SNES and my mini NES and like just game consoles in general. And the problem is that I've got a box for it and the box sucks. It used to work reasonably well, but now it just doesn't work at all. So this is a PCIe card that goes into the computer itself, and it essentially just has an HDMI in and an HDMI out. So this will allow me to stream from consoles and everything again. So I'm super excited about that. Right? Next up, we'll do this guy. I'm saving my Newegg stuff for last, right? Because it's Newegg. We all love Newegg. Okay. Okay. Got it. What is this? Ooh, cool. This is my... I genuinely don't know what this is. Apparently it's from Thailand. It's a product of Thailand. I legitimately do not remember buying this. The thing is, it's not labeled as any particular item, so I literally don't know what it is. It is my hard drive. That's what it is. So I got a 4 terabyte, just regular internal hard drive. Just a normal Seagate hard drive. So this will be great for all my games and everything. Right now, I'm just running a single 1 terabyte drive on my current computer, and that's for all of my stuff. And it does not work very well. Surge protector, because surge protector, always great to have. And last but not least for this box, have the 750G3. So this is an awesome power supply, 750 watts and fully modular. It's a little bit more expensive, and especially with the case that I got, it doesn't matter that much, but mostly I wanted to get the bigger wattage so that in case I ever want to expand out, maybe do SLI on the graphics cards or whatever I want to do, I'll have the power available for it. And plus, just being able to say I have a modular power supply is super cool. Alright, let's do Newegg. Okay, so you may notice that there are several major components that are still missing. We have no motherboard, we have no processor, we have no RAM, we have no graphics card. So guess what is in these last couple of little boxes? Oh! So first things first, the Ryzen 2700 again. This is the 7 Series 2700. Like I said, it's not, none of this stuff is top of the line, but it is far better than what I have. We've got, I believe this is 8 core, 16 thread, and like 3.0 gigahertz, something like that. So 3.2 base, and it can be overclocked beyond that. So solid processor, essentially. And again, getting a whole bunch of cores because I do all of my video editing and stuff like that. And it eats up everything. It eats up RAM, it eats up processing speed, it eats all the things. Every single resource a computer has gets eaten. Okay, so last but certainly not least. Oh, this is the good stuff. Alright, solid state drive. About 1 terabyte, really small form factor, love it. Okay, got that. And then the RGB RAM. All of this stuff that I got is RGB just because I want to have pretty colors. It doesn't matter that much, obviously, but most importantly, I got 32 gigs. Again, streaming, video editing, all that kind of stuff. You need a ridiculous amount of RAM. I could have gotten away with 16 pretty easily, but I decided to binge a little bit and go with the 32 because that way I definitely won't need to get more anytime soon. All right. Oh, look, Newegg sent me M&Ms. That's so cute. I even had the pants on earlier. I have pajama pants for M&Ms. All right, next up, B450 Tomahawk, the motherboard. So this is nice, good quality gaming motherboard, AMD specific. It's not directly designed for the Ryzen, but it works very well with the Ryzens, and it just looks so pretty. Ooh. Right, very exciting there. And of course the last major thing that you need for any respectable gaming PC is your video card. So in my case, got the GTX 1070. It's a minor upgrade from what I have now. Right now I've got a 970. So this is, I mean, it's not a bad upgrade, but the problem is with the way that the 2080s and everything are acting, I wanted to sort of play it safe a little bit, essentially. Not to mention the fact that all of the Bitcoin miners and everybody just driving up the prices ridiculously, it becomes really difficult to get a good deal on one of these. So I went ahead and got this triple fan, again, ready for VR, ready for everything. This has, I want to say it's 1 HDMI output and then like 3 DisplayPort outputs. So it's got plenty of outputs for all the different stuff that I'm going to be doing. Super excited for it. But that's all I've got. And again, I am so excited to start assembling this. I'm going to put it all together. I've got my, I don't have it in here, but I've got my OS on a little flash drive. Also a couple of other little things that I got as gifts primarily right here. Woo! So I got my little speakers over here for one. Here you go. So I got the nice Bose speakers just left and right, no subwoofer, but offers really great sound. And then one other thing that I'm super excited about right now, I'm using my my DSLR camera, my older one. But somebody actually got me this. Ooh. So this is one of the cameras that I have been wanting for a while. This is a Wi-Fi enabled 4K camera. It actually records with picture-in-picture. It has an additional camera actually on the viewfinder. I don't know if you can see the lens, but the lens is right here. So that is actually a secondary camera on this. It's really incredible, and I am tremendously thankful for it. It is absolutely an amazing gift that I received. So I'm excited to start using this for all sorts of different purposes. This can be used for streaming. It can be, you can do live streaming directly to like Twitch and YouTube or any number of things like that, not to mention just recording my videos regularly, all sorts of other neat stuff. So very excited to start using that. In addition to that, outside by my current streaming setup, I also have a Yeti microphone, a Blue Yeti. So I'll be setting that up in here as well. And again, this is going to be like my rig for probably the next like 10 years or something like that. I'm going to have this for quite a while, but I think it'll last for a decent amount of time. I'm really excited to get into it. I'm really excited to have a better thing for you guys. And also, part of why I really wanted to do this, not to mention moving into the other room and everything, is that in March, I haven't decided the exact day, but keep an eye out on my Facebook, Twitter, Discord if you want, and then also on my YouTube as well. I'm going to be doing a huge charity stream. I'm going to be doing probably 18 or 20 hours of live streaming for a charity bike ride that I'm going to be participating in. So I'm going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be playing all of my favorite games, all of your favorite games if you guys want to want to see anything in particular, just let me know in the comments. You can tweet at me, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I've got to get started because I've got a lot of building to do. So I'm super excited, and hopefully you guys will see this up and running very, very shortly. But with that, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.